Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Octa Barber and Miss Brooklyn in the building. This is the Hip Hop Barbershop Presents, baby, on WDRB Media, the voice of the community. Now, we dropping topics on y'all like we do, and this is part 2. Check it out. I wonder if any of y'all ever had, and I hope you haven't, but if you have, do any of y'all ever had a near-death experience? And if so, comment in the box if you have. But that's what we get ready to talk about, because a lot of people, I've been seeing a lot of videos, and people been having a lot of visions. Well, I ain't even gonna say visions, experiences, as far as like out-of-body experiences. And they that's what they claim. They seen a lot of things. Some claim they seen Jesus. Some claim they seen God. They seen heaven. But they all have the same similar stories as to what they seen. Like it's some kind of, like it's something after, this. So my question to you is, what do you believe in what they're saying, or have you heard about anybody having something like that?
So I do know somebody that died 3 times. On the 4th, he didn't make it no more. He ran out of lives. So, but he said that when he died, he didn't see no light, no dark. He said it was just nothing. I mean, it's not funny, but when he told the story, we couldn't stop laughing, because he was like, yeah, man, heaven didn't want me, hell didn't want me, so they sent me back to earth.
I mean, I heard, when I was looking at some of them stories, and a lot of what they were saying was like, it was messages that God was wanting to give back or send back to people, or either Jesus wanted to send back with them, because it wasn't their time yet. That's why they was able to near-death experience. They was dead. They was clinically dead, but they some might call it a miracle. They came back. It wasn't their time, and that's what they all said. But they was always sent back with a message like, either we getting it all wrong down here, and the basic thing is you got choices, and life is about choices, and you level up good and bad, with your choices. So some of them was saying that people is getting it all wrong. It's their good deeds. It's really being the best person, the best human being you can be. That's what it's all about. Spreading love. And if you want to spread hate, that's taken away from your chances. So anything it's like the yin and the yang. But if you lean more to the yang and you ain't giving no love, you just showing more hate, of course the scales is going to be tipping to a negative side. So I guess, that's what they saying. So yeah, a lot of people, they really feel that way. So what you what I'm saying, do you think that there's there's something on the other side?
I mean, I don't know. Like, the person that I talked to, they was living kind of crazy. So I don't know if he was given all those opportunities to kind of try to get it right somewhere along the lines.
Right. I think so as you think it kind of plays into where you're going to end up. So if you're a negative thinking person, and I think that might be part of it, where you end up, your thoughts and your mind state at the time of death. So maybe it's that, but I know that somebody is seeing something, and it do come down to choices. And something is inside this shell that's keeping this thing alive, because we ain't got no batteries in our back. And we got electricity running through us. So It's a spiritual, it's something in here running this shell. This ain't nothing but a meat suit. It gotta be something after this, because energy can't be created or destroyed. So it got to move somewhere else. It got to. That's just life. And that's why I'm gonna end on that, you know. But another thing, we get ready to get on some real nice stuff. Let's talk about the belief of what y'all think about these UFOs. What you think about it?
Honestly, like, okay, so for me, is it a possibility that there's something else out there? Probably so, because it can't be. We cannot be the only ones out here in this ghetto life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be somebody else out here now, or something. Let's put it that way.
Man, I believe that in this big old universe, it definitely is somebody else out there. And then if you look at like some of the tribes and like Hopi Indians and a lot of these tribes, they always point to the stars. Like their stories is always, we came from Orion, and some of these, or different star systems, not Orion, but different star systems, and they have them mapped out, and they ain't even had no, who told them this, because they don't got no technology. And they're drawing, the scientists are seeing what they've drawn, and these are star systems that you can't see with the naked eye. So how did they know they was there?
I guess a telescope. I'm not sure.
Nah, they ain't, listen, they ain't have technology. These are tribes that's like old tribes that don't have that, that didn't have that. These are people that have put hieroglyphics of things that they seen. So wasn't none of that. How did they know that? And then years later, centuries later, scientists find out that they was right.
Well, I'm saying, like, how did Galileo know about astronomy?
He had telescopes and stuff, but he had that. These people didn't have that. These people didn't have that, but had the knowledge of all that. And their stories and their history, they say that they call them star people. Like they came from the stars. And then if you look at all the history, through history, it's mad stories like that around the planet. And then even in, you talk about, you can go to the Bible and you can call them angels, or you can call them whatever you want to call them. But it was always somebody coming, ascending and descending from the heavens. So whatever you want to call them, they was otherworldly. And if you want to just go there to the biblical part, not being religious, but Jesus did say, my Father is not of this world. So that's the best case as far as beings coming to and fro from the earth. So it gotta be something, and you getting these stories worldwide. How the same story worldwide? Gotta be some truth to it. So that's all I'm saying about that right there. But y'all tell us what y'all think about the UFO phenomenon. Right now they talking about disclosure and all that. Some of them UFOs, if they are, I believe in them. I believe that they do exist. But I believe that some of them is re-engineered. Some of them ain't authentic. Some of them is American made. So yeah, they got a lot of technology popping off, you know, a lot of technology, and some of the scientists even said that y'all look at some of these movies right now, they showing y'all in y'all's face some of these movies, but they saying they got stuff, your most technical sci-fi movie, they got stuff that is 50 years ahead of that. So imagine that. Imagine the most crazy sci-fi movie you done seen. They already ahead of the game. We get the practical versions. The military get the first discovery and get to do with it what they want to do and weaponize whatever technology they get. So then they give it us the practical. These screen TVs, they was already in existence 20 years before they put them out on the market in a practical version for us. So, hey, the believable, well, the unbelievable is believable. I keep telling y'all that. You know, anything else you want to drop on?
Kind of speaking on science and stuff. Have you heard about the missing scientist?
That one of them scientists, David Wilcox. I think that's his name. I know it's David, blonde hair dude, and I seen he usually be on Ancient Aliens. He been on there plenty of times. UFO. He's on all kinds of him and Linda. It's another lady named Linda. I forget her last name, but she. I don't think nothing happened to her. But as far as I think, dude, and I could be mistaken, something might have happened to him. But he was the one talking about a black Jesus. This is a blonde-haired white guy. And he was talking about, they got little stuff on it on TikTok. But I remember him way before TikTok and all this. I remember watching Ancient Aliens, and they was talking about this stuff. So, look, they killing the scientists because this ain't no coincidence.
Allegedly.
What's it like, 14?
12.
Okay, I knew it was double digits, low double digits. But why?
Well, according to this article, they either died or disappeared since 2022.
That's what I'm saying.
So my question is, like, if these people disappear, like, what are their families saying? Like, how do you just disappear off
well,
the
some
face
of
the
them is
earth?
even talking about gravity. It's anti-gravity. All them scientists were studying anti-gravity. So I'm telling you, this got to do with the UFOs, because that's anti-gravity. If you have anti-gravity, check it out. If you can control gravity, that's how they're able to, when they describe how these things move, they can move like this without getting thrown around in the ship, because they got the gravity inside the ship, has its own gravity. Yo, them shows is deep. Like, I've been following UFOs for a long time.
Not to cut you off, but Wilcox killed himself. They said he committed suicide on April 20th. Yeah.
Dang. So I wonder why. And did they prove that he killed himself?
No.
Or they just found him like that?
Like I said, I just read
because
the
they make
article.
a lot of people look like they killed themselves.
Well, if anybody watch Scandal, we know what they capable of.
You see what I'm saying? So, hey, we in America. We in America, and you know who's Americans in cahoots with. We're going to leave that right there. And we know what they're capable of and how they believe that they have the right to do whatever they want to do. So, y'all know who them people is. Anything else you got for us? Okay, what about all these mass shootings?
Okay, we're not going to talk about the White House Correspondence Dinner because
I don't believe. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yes, let's talk about it. I think it was staged, and I'm gonna keep it just 100. I don't believe it. Didn't nobody get shot?
Well, I mean, after you
that was a
start
crowded
watching,
correspondence
dinner,
and nobody got grazed by a bullet.
Yeah. But the funny part is, like
this dude keep just having 9 lives. Like,
first of all, we all know. My thing was in regards to that correspondence dinner. Like, isn't Secret Service supposed to protect the president first and foremost? Why was JD Vance taken out first then the orange dude, and then he falls down. And if you look, there was somebody that was in there that stayed seated at his table and continued to eat his salad because he knew something was up. It wasn't that hard to see. It did not look very real.
It's a
in my
clown
book.
show.
It really didn't look real.
It's a clown show, I'm telling you. These people are clowns, man. They not fit to be running the government. And the other countries know. The other countries know. They don't hate the people, they hate our leadership. Like, they know that the American people ain't with this. It's the leadership. The American people don't want this war.
Some American people do though.
And they think they be one. They think that's probably the well-off ones, the super well-off.
Those are the ones that are not being impacted as of yet.
Yeah, they probably can run down in their bunkers and whatnot. So, you know, those is the ones that's well-off, and they not really caring about the people. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, everybody just stay prayed up. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to stay prayed up and stay prepared, because these people is crazy wicked out here. And if y'all don't think this is real, it's real. We in them days, all right? So with that, this is Dr. Barber. This is Miss Brooklyn in the house. And this is the Hip Hop Barbershop Presents, baby. Believe that. We'll be back, all right? We holla. Peace.